Here I am, day 4 of the Observatory residency, and I've been out and about on another rather long walk. This time away from the drama of the chalk escarpments, and now onto the undulating chalk plateau just south of the Science Centre. The landscape in many ways doesn't look like very much because it's understated and gentle, but it has very, very large vistas, a great sense of space, and a great sense of line and perspective and height. And out here, all you can hear really is the sound of birds, insects. There are many skylarks in the open grassland areas, and it's a wonderful sound to hear all these competed voices scattered so high above you can't see them. Today I've been thinking about ambience. I've done quite a bit of work looking at structure and detail around the idea of a string quartet, and in some ways that's quite straightforward, but trying to write music which really captures the essence of somewhere is an ongoing challenge. And I know that there are lots of cliched ways that this has been done, well, certainly cliched now, culturally understood ways of translating ideas to do with the land and sea in music. For instance, seascape music with its arpeggios and scalic up and downs. We've all grown accustomed to accepting that as some form of representation of the sea. And there are, of course, many others. I mentioned yesterday Vaughan Williams and what is rather unfortunately called the pastoral tradition. But within that there are also many familiar voices which tend to suggest a bucolic ideal, something of nostalgia, something of the past, but something very much related to the land. For me, that's all a bit like using received wisdom. They're tricks that you hear some composers using even today, but I'm trying to look for something which is a little beyond that. And of course, when you do think about moving beyond tried and tested forms of communicating specific ideas, it does become rather more challenging. So today my walk has really been about trying to capture, to feel something of that ambience, and then to imbue the music that I shall be writing with that. As I say, I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do that yet, but one thing is for sure, that when I'm out and about here, I can certainly feel it. And if I can somehow take that and put a part of it into the music, then I would consider that to be quite a success. So we shall see. Tomorrow is my last day, and I think that will probably be spent just consolidating my thoughts and seeing what I've got to take away with me, and if I've reached any particular conclusions about that. It doesn't matter if I haven't. There's no rush or panic around that. It's really a gestation process, and one that I will let evolve quite naturally. But my next residency is in August, so I really would like to get this first string quartet done and dusted before I start the second, so I can try to not let any of the ideas bleed from one to the other. Here's hoping.